How do you detect underground utilities and keep your project safe? Digging without knowing what's below? You could strike water, gas or cables and end up with disaster. Let's show you how laser surveys detect underground utilities with precision and safety. At Laser Surveys, our underground utility detection surveys use a combination of techniques to generate accurate 2D or 3D maps of buried surfaces. These techniques are electromagnetic location, EML, ground penetrating radar or GPR, manhole or drainage tracing using a sonde and an inspection camera. First up, active EML helps us trace metallic utilities like power, metallic cables and pipes, such as telecommunication, cables and water and gas pipes, by inducing a signal through the fabric of the surface itself. Secondly, passive EML can be used, which is reliant on the electromagnetic field on buried inaccessible cables, usually electrical, by forming a site-wide sweep in an untargeted but regular grid pattern. Drainage can be traced by using a sonde, a transmitting device attached to a semi-flexible reel that is pushed along each drainage pipe. Finally, GPR, which includes transmitting radio waves into the ground on an area-wide or grid basis. This can detect both metal and non-metallic features such as plastic cables, ducts and voids by analysing reflected radio signals from below the surface. Using the aforementioned methods, our surveyors mark any discovered utilities on site using spray paint, chalk or other suitable media, depending on site sensitivities and specification. Then we record these locations and incorporate them onto a supplied topographical base or produce our own precise 2D or 3D utility maps. This shareable data enables all involved parties to be aware of potential services locations before digging, design or planning procedures are entered into. All surveys are PAS 128 compliant, meeting Britain's industry standard for utility detection. It's an industry standard specification put together by the British Standards Institution and sponsored by the Institute of Civil Engineers to standardise methods and deliverables of underground utilities surveys. First initiated in 2014, it's now in its second iteration, and it gives guidelines on how different site types should be approached and stipulates what measures should be adopted before, during and on delivery of surveys and results. So why go to these lengths? Because accidental strikes can cause delays, costly repairs and serious safety hazards. By combining EML and GPR and working to PAS 128 standards, we give you a clear subsurface picture, potentially helping to avoid delays from cable or pipe strikes and keeping your project on time and budget.